back with the flush, a little flush on my sponge, and lighten those areas up just a little bit. Okay, I've gone back to the brush and the flush tone, a little bit down in the crevice here. Don't want it quite as dark as I've got it, so I'll just go down in, clean it up. I want it, there we go, not quite as dark. And I can do that up here. I don't want it quite as dark as I had it. There's a little bit of this you need to do all the way around to lighten it, darken it. Make it a little more subtle. Clean up his mouth area. And there was a spot right here that I need to do a little black with. So bring over the black. Now, I'll clean that up again with a little of the flesh so it's not so noticeable. And then blend it out. Now I think if we take a little bit of a red or a peach, I can give his lip a little bit of color. And I've got a little color ring here, and I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, a little bit of the red. Need to wipe it off quite a bit. And give him just a little bit across his lip, just a little color, and across the top. Makes for a little cleaner look. Taper it down a little bit. Now this is real subtle. You probably don't notice it in the video, but up close you would. Maybe a little bit on the nose, give him a little color, and maybe some across his cheeks. After all, this is a human lion, and we all have a little color in our cheeks. And then the final step will be the highlight. And we need to take some white. Now with my top, I've squirted on a little white, and I've got my sponge. I just want a little bit, so I'll dab it around, dab it in, and then dab it off. And then go across all the high points. Now you want very little, but in a moment you'll see, start to see where it picks up the light here and there. It's a very subtle effect, but this is your highlight, which gives you then the highlight and shadow effect when you're using the black in the crevices, the white along the high points. Get your highlight shadow. Just work that right along the high points, up on the cheeks. edge of the lip. Create just a little edge right there. It'll pick up the light. You start to see it now. Got a little bit right here. You can always wipe a little off. Across the top of the lip. Not too much. If you get too much on, just wipe a little of it off. Highlight his nose. And in that area that we created here, we want to put a little highlight, so go right along the black there. On his chin, just a little bit. You can see here where I've got a little too much. Now I'll just use the other side, blend it back in. Very subtle. And then in between the cracks up here are high points. So go across with a little bit of white. Now I've made some lines up here. Now I go back and just blend them down just a little bit. There we go. Now I think there's one more thing we need to do, and that would be on a beast you probably have some hair up in these areas, maybe along here. We'll take a stipple sponge and we'll put a little of that in.